So this is Cadet Fairbrass and Cadet Selner's deliverable D2-2, Terrorism Attack Dashboard. This is the continuation of deliverable D2-1. For this deliverable, we're going to be taking some of the my data, the filtered data for the terrorism attack data, and creating some graphical depictions of it for our customer. So first off, we'll start off with what our new code does. So we'll filter by country, Syria, start date January 1st, year 2000, end date December 31st, 2014. So as the instructions say, we will click filter by country. Wait for this to populate. You can see it's going through all of my data. And here we have our 6 graphical depictions representing target by type, attack type, weapon type, fatalities and casualties by month, fatalities and casualties by type, and number of attacks by month. So these are all useful graphical depictions for our customers. You can see going through here, now we have the individual sheets for the various categories, as well as the sorted filtered my data. When we click clear my data, you can see it all disappears, and these sheets are now wiped clean of their information. So I'll go back and filter by country again, just so we have them up for the rest of the video. So our overall approach to this design, as I bring up our VBA code here, what we have is our location distance filters. This is stuff from the old deliverable. So we have our filters based on country, COCOM, and location. So underneath the country filter here, more descriptive, we have our various macros for target by type, attack, weapon type, going through. So we are creating our pivot tables individually, one by one, setting them up, and then as we keep going down here, now we see the create the pie charts coding, where we're going through and creating the various pie charts, giving them titles, and moving them over to the interface. So that is our general flow. And then here's our clear sheet code, where we go through and clear the various chart objects and the data, so we can go back and use it. So this is very useful for the customer as far as giving a graphical depiction versus still what is quite an expansive list of data. Some of the strengths and weaknesses of our code. The code, as you could see previously, it's very long, very in-depth as far as finding bugs and whatnot. What made this project very easy as far as writing the code is that we used record macros, which allowed us to kind of quickly manipulate the graphs, move them around where we wanted to. What's problematic about that is that you have to go through and kind of edit some of the record macros for the various bug fixes and whatnot. Often there's an apostrophe missing in the code. We try to set up the graphs in a very unique manner here, just very simple, straightforward, right underneath the interface here. We put the instructions just because when faced with this table here, you may not know what goes in each one of the boxes. So we just want to clear instructions as far as what the user is supposed to do. Suggested future work for this, definitely would go through and try and sort through the code, take out any extraneous code. One of the things that our code does currently is it runs through and goes through and populates the attack type pivot table, target type pivot table, weapon type. It goes through, and then it comes back through and puts in the pivot chart. So one thing that may make this faster of a program is to go, when it goes to target by type, it populates the pivot table and does a chart and moves it over, and then proceeds to the next attack type, weapon type, number of attacks by month. So that'd be something interesting to see. The rest of our future work would be really just kind of cleaning this up, maybe putting borders around the graphs, stuff that's visually appealing. Other than that, this is a good start. Definitely accomplishes what the customer is asking for. Gives a great, clear depiction of the attack types, and just a good graphical depiction of the terrorism data. Thank you.